the following presentation of the National Football League.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight we start Week 14 of the NFL season with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Dallas Cowboys. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys just 2 wins over their last 6 games. On the Cowboys side, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. He didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the
throwing. Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
For a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Prescott to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
16 more yards. That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Johnson now be stopped. A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is indeed good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Hoosier, their rookie quarterback from Indiana.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. throw left side complete. That's Benson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, here's Benson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body.
And he works free. A beautiful fake. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
4 yards. That's another Cowboys 1st down.
Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately,
we hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
and you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone call.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Kobe Simon. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And this one is right through. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now he'll tuck this and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
21 yards. And the Cardinals
On 1st down, it's Benson. Oh, good move. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. And head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after one. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. As they've got it as we resume action. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey McBride, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is when they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the hole, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Cardinals.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side, complete. That's Benson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's complete to McBride. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
A gain of 6. And the Cardinals 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Michael Wilson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Cowboys' 42-yard line.
A give up the middle with Benson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
That's another Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Another run here with Benson. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Cardinals 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Arizona.
In motion right, that's Harrison. Pass quickly out to Harrison. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
First down, Cardinals.
He'll get that complete to Harrison. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. On the handoff, Benson running right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are able to add on to that lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
That's good for a Cowboys.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
At the 41-yard line.
This looks like a free play for Prescott. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now Prescott. Trying to set up a screen for Blue. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Brings up 2nd down. At the 49-yard
They'll throw again. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The Cowboys.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Prescott from the gun. Man open left side. It's Williams. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 2-yard line.
There's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd.
To the air again. Prescott. Touchdown. George Pickens. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have cut the lead back down to 2.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put it into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
And the Cardinals, first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Pass complete there to Harrison. 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. 3rd down and 1. They'll look to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, complete. It's Harrison. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the 2nd half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up second down.
Gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 43-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Second and 10.
Harrison Jr. incomplete. He was defended by...
They run over center with Benson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Ryland on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. Start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
On play action, Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. He'll try and do this himself. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Just a yard on the pickup there that'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Play action now, Prescott. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Gets it underneath to Blue. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 45-yard.
And his kick is absolutely perfect.
Good.
And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Cardinals 27.
They run it again with Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Offside. Defense. That penalty is declined.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 7.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
We're getting set up for what should be a great 4th quarter. This has been a hard-hitting game because both teams have punched and counter-punched equally well. And here's a good finish to this drive. A touchdown run here late in the 3rd quarter.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And they'll get this up just shy of the 30.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Incomplete. It's 3rd and 7 yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Up in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down, Arizona.
Now a toss left side for Benson. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. 2nd and 5. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. 51 yards. And the Cardinals use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. And now here come the Cowboys. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Now Prescott faking it on the end around and looking to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Jalen Tolbert, 63 yards. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on in the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
The ball on the 32, it's 2nd and 2.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he stopped immediately there.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, a wide open receiver. It's Harrison.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
On the give, it's Benson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Cowboys' 49-yard line.
They're going to look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Now back to throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out.
Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Back to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
So Dak and the Cowboys down by 5. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Prescott to throw it.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
He's brought down by Jordan Birch. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
This is 1st and 10.
Cowboys, first down. 1st and 10.
Here's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Here's 2nd down.
Complete to number 82. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Dak. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now after the play, oh man, it's Prescott who appears to be shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They got to be cognizant here. Still plenty of time, but no timeouts remaining. 1st down.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown!
George Pickens
With his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Cowboys have taken a 4th quarter lead. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game
Previous
like
play
this,
is under review.
they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
Cardinals 34.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful.
He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. He's back to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here we go, 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. That's caught by Harrison, right side. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 5 yards.
They'll look to throw. He'll try to pick it up. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in his last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Arizona, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, you wonder what this